Hello there and welcome back to EU4 where I'm playing as Qara Qoyunlu. It is 1499, almost 1500. I'm in a state of peace at the moment. I'm just finalising my arrangements with Bitless as they've been a little bit annoying as a vassal, not overly helpful. They've given up their land twice to Armenian separatists. So I've said enough is enough. And I've pretty much decided to annex them completely, which will allow me to take on Biapis as an ally instead. And we'll see where we go from there. Last episode I was discussing what I can do as time goes on. I think with the Timurids, they're kind of establishing themselves. I can't see myself really getting into there. Obviously get the Mamluks who are making grounds down this way, but not so much into Africa. Maybe that's an option. And obviously the Ottomans are keeping the Mediterranean down bay. But really, my best option I think is to be pushing north. These Georgian separatists are gaining ground. But not going to be too bad if they do pop. Debate over the philosophy of Ibn Arabi. Ibn Arabi was an Andalusian scholar and mystic, regarded by many Sufis as the foremost spiritual master. His pantheistic philosophy of the unity of being viewed all of creation as a manifestation of God, and he invited worshippers to see divine beauty in all aspects of life, not merely in the traditional rituals of Islam. Ever since, debates have raged on over the compatibility of his philosophy with the scholarly interpretations of Islam, with some going so far as to label him an unbeliever. For many Sufis, on the other hand, Ibn Arabi's philosophy became the foundational principle of their religious practice. Now we too are asked to take sides. I'm going to keep hitting up mysticism for the time being as it suits my needs. I need the missionary strength. I've still got a lot of converting to do and I'm lacking the power to do it. Move this army up a little bit. Because the Georgian separatists do appear times of need. The dynasty of our noble Sultan, Qara Qoyunlu, is certainly a powerful one. Through Pir Budak, they rule our nation and will do so for many years to come. However, even the great are sometimes in need of help. Thankfully, the Qara Qoyunlu family has tied strong bonds to other great powers such as the Osmanoglu house led by no other than Orhan II, Padishah of the Ottomans. His gracious wife Aisha is the daughter of our own royal house and an invaluable contact. Perhaps we should ask her if she can influence her husband to lend us a hand. Okay, so this is asking the Ottomans for help. $10 prestige would be nice, but asking them for money, if they give us money based on their income rather than mine, that could be that could pay off. So I'm going to say our coffers are getting worryingly light. I'm going to send a letter asking for money. Let's see if that works. And I'm going to turn the fort back on in Kartli, just for the time being. I can build a new building. The helping hand. Finally, we have heard back from the dearest Aisha regarding our request for her husband. The most noble Padishah Orhan II has decided to grant it. The reply returned with coffers of gold to fill our emptying treasury. A letter of thanks shall be sent immediately to the generous Padishah Orhan. Long may he reign. Oh, give me 100 ducats. That's good, that pays for a building. Now I've still got a discount in Tbilisi and Urmia, which I probably want to try and take advantage of. Tbilisi is a pretty good spot for a workshop. Not so much for a marketplace, so I've already got one maybe. So I'm going to build a temple. No, is it temple or workshop? Workshop gets me 0.2 more. I'm not going to build a temple in Tabri, which is a good little income maker. I'm going to build a marketplace in Basra, which will increase my trade power quite strongly in that region. Okay. So, some buildings are finally coming in. Now, these Georgian separatists do appear. It's only going to be 10,000 strong now, which is good. It should still happen, I think, just because Kartli is so high. Send another missionary out. Let's keep building that religious unity. Why has... Oh no, it's still going. I thought it'd stop for a second. I would like to vassalize Ardabil as well, just because of their location, but they're being a nice buffer into these northern areas. But because they've got this province of Shamaki, I can't actually grow myself out that way. Improvements in trade technology. Our merchants have picked up a few new concepts when it comes to handling trade when they encounter some foreign merchants. They think that with some investment to try it out, it will be very beneficial for Qara Qoyunlu in the long run. Corruption isn't really too bad at the moment. No, inflation, at least between inflation and corruption. Inflation's a bit high. And Diplo power is not really an issue, so I'm going to just use caution. Georgians are just about to appear. I don't need to sit in that province because it's got a fort, which is good. Garrison's slowly building up. A lot of issues in Multan. The pilgrims are safe. Our efforts to protect those of our subjects who seek to perform the pilgrimage to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina have paid off. It is now long since there was a last raid and the realm is at peace. 50 more Diplo power. I wonder how powerful the Uzbek are. Because they might be an ally. We've got 20,000 troops. If I was to consider an attack against the Timurids, the Uzbek and the Chagatai could be options. I got 20,000 as well. That's 40,000 troops coming from the north. That could work. Still 90% for these Georgian separatists. They're the only real issue. Alright. That's okay. Loyalty's fine all around. It's the main thing, I think. Oh, there they go. Let's go clean these guys out. Hopefully the one army will be enough. The Uppers entered an alliance with Timurids. Well, that's interesting. Okay, that's them dealt with. No, I'll send you to Bayers. Who's next in line? These guys are Bayers are next in line. Which are probably unavoidable at the moment, so I might just get my armies to the neighbouring provinces to once again control the numbers. Here's the Armenian separatists, 16,000 strong at the moment, but will hopefully drop. Not quite enough to drop it down. Okay, so that's a slight concern. Only a slight concern though. My 2 buildings are complete. So income's looking much better. Closing that fort for the time being. Okay. Humans are trying to knock out Delhi. Well, that's not good. I was hoping Delhi might be a useful ally in the future, but I guess not. I'm going to take this alliance with Biapis now, because once I annex these guys, I think I cop a bit of a debuff. Integrating Bitless. When a smaller country gives up its independence to join a greater realm, there is a lot of adapting, and while some parts are easy, the administration of the realm will still need to expand to accommodate all possibilities. So yeah, lose diplomatic reputation quite severely for 10 years. I do gain 5 prestige. Type of royal marriage with these guys. Now, what I would love is to vassalize these guys. If I just improve relations for a while, where can that take me? In the meantime, what do I do now? Because I've got an ally on this border, a rival on this border, these borders. I've got a rival here, I've got 2 allies, well, a vassal and an ally there. So really, I have to push up and just expand Ardabil. If I attack these guys, I'm going to have that no guy coming after me. Which I don't really want to do. Although then a guy almost won't get involved. So I need to keep a close eye on that. Oh, in the meantime, the Ottomans are requesting my aid in the conquest against Kandar, who are allied with the Great Horde and Dulkadir. I will have to accept that invitation only because I don't want to lose the alliance. Got my new units from the annexation, which I'm going to make use of. And we'll buy some more infantry to even the numbers as I like to do. So who am I at war with? The Great Horde and Kandar. Where is Kandar? There's the Great Horde. Oh, there. No, no. Kandar. Stand by. Oh, they're right in there. Okay. They're trying to take that land back, and the Great Horde just happened to be allies. Benign neglect. It seems that the government that governs the least governs the best as far as those outside the capital are concerned. Now, non-involvement has proved beneficial and the local economy is booming. This is all about Tikrit. Where is Tikrit? Yeah. Tikrit seems to do best at tax. So I'm going to say... I think the trade is all that great where they are. I'm going to say if it moves, tax it, doubles the tax there for 5 years. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm concerned that the Great Horde might push into my land. What's this? Sultana Regency. Our old monarch decided to die a little too soon. Our heir is not quite ready to assume the role of monarch. Arabia will now be ruling our nation. Okay. Lose stability, of course. Our great chief is dead and already the vultures are circling. It looks like there will be yet another struggle for the throne. No child can be a Khan. Iskander Quyunlu, 405, but the strong claim becomes ruler. That's good. Should fix my legitimacy issues. Four or five though. The heir is a 563. I like the sound of that. I need my king to die. The House of Safavid. With the union of Iskander and Sultanim, we have gained not only a spouse but also a new ally in the realm. The Safavid is an old and influential family, and their seat in the Karbala is a jewel of the Sultanate. Of course, friendship has to go both ways, and Sultanim will be expected to speak for her kin, while our Sultan will be expected to consider such advice very carefully. The local unrest in Karbala. Okay. And he's incorruptible, so corruption will go down. Alright, so I gotta do these things. Where am I sitting at the moment? Kind of neutral. Missionary strength, I'll take that one. I'll take the prestige anyway. Reform the government, make it a monarchy. Okay. Well, looks like these guys are moving armies into the Great Horde, so I guess I will follow suit. They haven't really got many troops. If I help out with this little... Maybe just send one up, maybe I'll keep one behind. Actually no, the Armenians are about to pop, I can't really afford to. I'll wait till the Armenians are sorted out. And then we'll, like so. 19,000. Oh man, that was a bad move. I did bad. Mystics and storytellers. Many among the Ulema would question the great influence the storytellers have over the life of common men. The traditional hero stories of our people are centuries old, but they risk making a cult out of seriously distorted fates of historical figures. A prominent cleric in Tabri has taken a strong stand against the storytellers of the realm, and cautions that religious scholars of the past have warned that obsessive listening to stories could lead to false worship. There is nothing wrong in idolizing our ancestors. 10 mysticism, please. Yeah, I really did bad with that, which I have to accept full responsibility for, and now I've got quite a big uprising. Luckily, even with a penalty of attacking, I'm going to back up just in case. I took too long to do that. I lost. How did I lose? I was just smashing that. Little war pops out and I get all excited and carried away. And before I realise, I'm just giving the separatists a clean... Devo. These things happen. Importing naval supplies. Ambitions to improve our nation's navy has recently come to a halt. The Qara Qoyunlu shipbuilders don't lack ideas or plans, but supplies. Some of them cannot help but notice, they claim, that our neighbour has an abundance of materials that could be useful in equipping a modern navy. We try not to make our fleet dependent on foreign support. If these policies stand in the way of progress, perhaps we could import just enough to test the new shipbuilding techniques. I don't really need diplo power. Mercantilism, though. I think just increasing that more will be more helpful. So I'm going to gain 2 mercantilism. Ships from foreign wood, it'd be safer to fashion them from the rock. Oh, I can't believe I did that. And then I didn't back up in time. So now I've got to siege this damn thing down. Now I can't join in the fun of this war. I'm going to miss out on valuable input. Upsetting. Very upsetting. Can get a new national idea, which I'll do because I want to get ahead. So I'm going to take on serfdom. A foot soldier in the army is not quite the career that anyone wanted, what with poor food, low pay and virtually non-existent medical services. If we were to tie our peasants to the land, we would know exactly where to look for recruits. National manpower increased by 33%. Can't really argue with that. Man, I'm really disappointed with myself. I'm just going to get this army replaced, one with a general, make the siege a bit easier. But I might not need it by the time they get there. Really let myself down. Could have earned a bit of prestige out of that. But alas, it is done. Can't do anything about it now. So swap these 2 armies out. And I think that will have to do for this episode. At least this war might allow me to do some playing in the future. Well, I'm not going to go over it again. I've let myself down. Got to move on, look to the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the support. And as always, hope to see you next time. Take care out there.